Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You can tell I am glam. I am beat down today. I wanted to do like a UK baddie inspired makeup. I am wearing so much makeup on my face. We also tried out the new Natasha Denona foundation in this video. I did full tutorial, everything, eyes, lips, I would say body, but I'm just so sick of not wearing makeup anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. I want to put makeup on my face. When I leave the house, I want it to look like I'm wearing makeup. If you guys want to learn how to do some eyeshadow, really set your makeup down, cake your face, lip combo, everything, let's get into it. We have a fresh blowout, fresh tan, the perfect concoction for like a full glam date night girly get ready with me. UK baddie edition. There is something about those girls. I feel like they didn't really hop on the clean girl trend, which I love because I'm just now falling out of it. So what they always start with is a little bit of bronzer. It's usually oil or like a spray tan that they do on their chest. You guys know I self tan always, so I'm just taking these bronze pods from Made by Mitchell. They have a little bit of a sheen to it, but it's powder, so it's not gonna get sticky. I have a fresh blowout and I am not gonna risk getting my hair all sticky for it. I'm really not. But I am gonna take some of this glitter powder. I love this. This is so discontinued. It is so old. It's from Pure X Barbie. I don't know if you guys remember this collab. It had to have been like 5-6 years ago now. It is one of those like OG powder puff body glitter. It actually smells like vanilla and it's this golden shimmer. UK baddies take their skin prep very seriously. That's something I noticed about them is they just have super juicy skin prep. I don't know if you guys can see right here. I am having some sort of reaction. It's actually all flat. I don't know what it is, but we're gonna cover it up. Honestly, it's perfect timing because I can show you how to get like full coverage and cover up any imperfections. I feel like sometimes with our clean girl American glam, I kind of just throw on a primer here and there and go for it, but I'm so excited to actually focus and put makeup on this base today. This is the Lawless Forget the Filler Moisturizer. I love the texture. It's really lightweight, but it feels intensely nourishing. A little bit of Belief eye cream just to prep these under eyes because we are going to be doing some full coverage under the eyes. It's probably going to be a bit matte too, so I'm gonna be completely honest, I think this might be what is giving me this allergic reaction because I have been using it consistently for the past week, but one of my favorite UK makeup creators always uses this as her base, so it feels just right. If you guys have drier skin, okay, I put so much of this on. It has the same sort of properties as the e.l.f. Halo Glow, but it is moisturizing. It's so interesting because you would think that it's thick because it literally looks like glue, but as it goes on your face, it almost turns into like a serum sort of texture. It definitely feels more like a moisturizer than a sticky primer, but the magic happens once you let it set down for a minute or two, then it starts getting super tacky, like that glycerin feel. You know what I'm talking about. Like it's really gonna make that makeup stick to your face. Quick intermission. We just got some Amazon packages. I actually ordered lashes. Oh. These are really big. Okay, you can literally not find Wet n Wild anywhere, and I used to use this in high school. Do you guys remember this? This is the Mega Glow Contour Palette. This specific bronzer right here, I was obsessed with. It's so buttery. I hit pan on the whole thing. We're probably gonna be using this today. I am so sad that the lashes are huge because even though we're doing UK baddie glam, like we don't need to look crazy. Those look like 25mm lashes, and that is just not me, bestie. So another iconic product, literally, this is from Iconic London. This is their glow blurring under primer. I don't even know what it's called, girl. I'm saying so many things. Underglow blurring primer. This is a very luxurious feeling primer. If you don't like overly matte blurring products, this right here. Spot concealing with the Dior Forever Skin Concealer. I actually don't really like this under my eyes too much. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys do. So I'm just trying to use it up honestly as spot concealing. I feel like when I want to go for like a really full coverage glam and I just want it to look seamless and flawless, do my skin prep, let each layer sit in between the skin prep products, and also spot concealing. Moving into the eyes, I know you guys are so excited for a little eyeshadow tutorial. I have been watching specifically this creator and she always uses this Jordana Tisha bronze duo to start her eyes. I also did prep my eyes with the same concealer that we spot concealed with. This is in the shade Gilded Sands. It's from Jordana Tisha. They are a UK based brand. I love their branding. I think they're so cutesy and girly. One thing that I really appreciate about a lot of UK brands is the packaging. I feel like P. Louise, Pink Honey, Doll Beauty, Jordana Tisha, they just have such cutesy, very much like Too Faced branding, but you can tell that they just love makeup out there. I mean, the girls here, we love makeup, but the UK girls, there's something about it. I am so inspired every single time I watch a UK baddie tutorial. I'm like, yeah. Now we're gonna go in with the Makeup by Mario palette. This is the Master Mattes, the original. I love this palette. The formula of his eyeshadows are just unmatched. I'm gonna take this corner shade right here on a Morphe M441, and I'm gonna go right below, a little below, that cream bronzer that we did, and we're just gonna reinforce that. Anytime, this is my rule. This is my rule from me to you. Anytime you use creams, set it with a powder, whether that be your eyeshadow or on your face, your lips, whatever it is, make sure you set it with a powder. Okay, maybe not your lips. It will guaranteed 100% crease throughout the day, because we literally, especially on your eyes, if you do not set down that cream bronzer with something, girl, you're asking for it. You are asking for a mess. Now, right on the outer corner, we're taking this brown right here and stamping it on a different brush, keeping this even lower than the second shade. It is all about depth and creating that transition from light to dark. So make sure the darker your eyeshadows get, the lower you place them on your eyes. While we're here, I'm gonna take the two lightest shades where, if you look close enough, you can see there is a good dent in both of them. I love these two specifically mixed together. I feel like the lightest shade is a little bit too light, and the peachy shade is sometimes a little bit too peachy, so mixed together, they're literally perfect. I'm gonna set my brow bone so that way everything kind of blends together. I'm gonna go in with the brown shadow and create a line. I always do a wing. Ooh, that was like a little thick. I've been trying to figure out like if I love this liner or it's like whatever to me. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Grip Eyeliner, specifically in the shade brown. And I do love it because I find myself reaching for it every single time I do my makeup. The only thing I don't like is that it has this felt tip applicator. So I feel like the very tip isn't super pigmented, but the color and the longevity is unmatched. I'm gonna flip it on its side and line very thinly on the inner corner of my eye. And as I get further out, make it gradually get a little bit thicker. This is such like a beautiful, warm, deep brown shade. You can definitely tell it's brown and not black, which is what I love. And then I'm gonna do a little liner. Now, to further enhance that brown, you guys already know, I'm gonna take this shade right here from the Outer Spice palette from Morphe. I don't know if you can see, you can definitely see. It's like this deep chocolate brown suspended in gold glitter. It is so pretty, it's so glam. If you guys are girly, you will love. Actually, the whole palette, it definitely is a little bit more pink than neutral, but I actually do get use out of both of the shimmers in there. They are unreal. So I'm just taking a smaller brush now. You can see how much more defined this eyeshadow is gonna make the liner. And when you're talking, you can see a little bit of that gold sparkle. To me, it is just so girly. You guys know me. Anything that's gonna be extra girly, I'm putting it on. So I'm taking this peachy shade right in the middle on an ME4 brush from Made by Mitchell, and I'm going to set this down. I like that it's a little more peachy because it's not gonna look like a super intentional cut crease. I feel like we kind of moved out of cut creases and we're a little bit more elevated. We're a little bit older now. Like, we still like that lightness and darkness, but it's just a little more mature. You guys didn't think I was gonna forget shimmer, did you? I will always be a shimmer girl. I'm taking the Urban Decay Space Cowboy shade. Love this. It's so pretty. I've talked about it before. Does have a bit of a base, as you can see, so it's not super light, but it delivers the most beautiful amount of sparkle. I would say this is a very elevated, sparkly shadow. It's not glittery. It's not juvenile. It really is just that girl. It looks so beautiful on top of so many different eyeshadows. If you have an eyeshadow that you want it to be like sparkly and it's more metallic, this shade on top of it will give you that glitter, like that girly translucent glitter that you're looking for. Now, us personally, we're going out for a drink with the girls. So I'm taking my Fenty How Many Carats, and I'm going right over top of that just to add even more glitter. It just looks like an expensive girly glitter. I'm honestly really scared for these lashes, and I cannot remember if I like this mascara or not. It's the Milani Highly Rated Mascara. There was an influencer I followed who loved this, which is why I bought it. But I remember the first time I tried it, I was like, I don't know. And then it just kind of went to the back of my collection. So here we are again trying it, and I guess I will let you know why I didn't like it. This mascara actually feels like it's gonna have a good dry down time. One thing I always talk about is how much I hate waiting for mascara to dry. So let's do our inner corner. This is the shade Vanilla from Bobbi Brown. I don't know if this is going to be light enough. Perfect. Didn't do anything. Right. So now we're gonna take the lighter shade on a pencil brush and go right over top. Ooh, that looks nice. You guys, brightening up your inner corner, specifically with a matte shade, game changer. I feel like it opens up your eyes so much and also just completes everything. Inner corner and brow bone highlight makes a huge difference. But I do kind of like to get a general gist of what the eye look is gonna look, so that way I can base my base makeup around it. Does that make sense? I take about this much. Honestly, I really load up that brush. Okay, I cannot lie, that Bobbi Brown eyeshadow base definitely did something. It also did something internally. I can feel that this is going to help the eyeshadow on the inner corner last so much longer. This Milani mascara looks gorgeous. I cannot remember why I didn't like it. This is the second coat. Also, it says anti-gravity, which is amazing because you guys know my lashes super flat. Okay, I found some regular lashes that I had to throw on because the other ones were absolutely ridiculous. Like, they were so long. I'm not sure what I was thinking when I ordered those, but now we're gonna tightline again with a brown waterproof cream liner. This is from Revlon. Honestly, basically my skin prep and all that spot concealing we did is one with my face. I feel like it's like all stuck to my face and it's perfect. I am gonna take a little makeup wipe and wipe away the excess eyeshadow right here. As you can see, I'm gonna leave it on the top but go right under my wing and remove all that excess that's below it, because you don't want that mixing with your blush or concealer later on. And you can see how much of that eyeshadow we actually removed. Look at the difference. So we're gonna go in with a setting spray first before we even apply our foundation. This is the Skindinavia Bridal Setting Spray. If you guys didn't know, Urban Decay All Nighter actually used to be made by Skindinavia. They sold, something happened, now they're no longer associated with the brand, but Skindinavia actually still owns the original All Nighter formula, and they're like $25 on Amazon. Skindinavia, smaller brands, buy from them. Still love Urban Decay, but Skindinavia is always that girl, especially if you are a freelance makeup artist. You know about this. Finally, we can hop into base. This is probably the most anticipated foundation drop of the year. This is the Natasha Denona High Glam Hydrating and Blurring Longwear Radiant Serum Foundation. I'm so excited to put this on my face. They sent over 3 shades. This is the shade N6. I've actually never tried the Natasha Denona concealer, but I know it has a cult following. So a lot of people were super excited about this. This is supposed to be glowy, but also full coverage. And I feel like the UK baddies just have juicy, full coverage skin. Like, they look hydrated, but you know it's full coverage. They are putting it on. Texture shot so you can see how fast the formula drips down. It definitely is more on the serum side versus like a cream or a traditional like Fenty foundation formula. Okay, I just finished this side with a brand clean brush. I have not used a brush for my foundation in so long. This is the It Cosmetics Love is a Foundation brush. It comes around once a year, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. On the sponge side, it definitely looks a little bit more natural. There's cat hair on my face. I feel it. This side with the brush, it delivers more coverage. I only had to do 1 layer versus on the sponge side, I did 2 to build up to the coverage that I like. Now, if you look really close, you can see it kind of sitting on top of my pores a little bit. So needless to say, this side looks a little heavier. It definitely looks like you're wearing makeup. If you want more of like a skin undetectable, like sort of coverage, sponge. Another thing that is really interesting is this foundation is supposed to be self-setting, and you can kind of tell by the way that it's drying down on the palette here, it does feel self-setting. Like that, you can feel that formula working on your face. It's really interesting. Do you see how it just looks like super glossy and dewy right now? In about 1 to 2 minutes, it's gonna set a little bit and it's not gonna look as glowy. So far, so good. As long as this doesn't make me break out, I'm loving it so far. Funny enough, I'm using another Wet n Wild product. You cannot get Wet n Wild at Ulta anymore, I think. I think you used to be able to. I know for a fact you used to be able to get Wet n Wild at Ulta, but this is the shade Call Me Maple. It's their contour stick. And I do feel like this is a little bit more of a deeper bronzer than I would normally use. And I feel like the girls love to look bronzed in the UK. I'm also gonna throw a little bit of cream bronzer around my lips. This is like the perfect beginning to your lip combo. If you ever want your lips to look a little bit more pouty, especially in photos, just add a little bit of bronzer right underneath your bottom lip and it'll kind of create a shadow. For a blush, we have a few different options. You guys know I'm a blush crazy girl. I love blush, and I feel like the girlies in the UK do as well. Obviously picked out some UK brands, P. Louise, made by Mitchell. But I was stalking myself the other day, and I do this periodically whenever I'm like in a rut with my makeup, trying to figure out like what was like my go-to blush combo back then, especially because I try so many products. And this one right here, you guys have heard me talk about it. It's called Aura Points Rose. The cream I really like. It is hydrating, so you get that like glassy glow look, but it has just enough pigment where it's not overkill, because you guys know how I feel about too much pigment right away with a blush. I like to be able to place my makeup. What is going on? Oh, remember when we first started, I told you I was having like a reaction to something? Whatever it is, it actually is raised, I guess. I thought it was just flat, but I don't know what it is about NARS Creamy Radiant. It just reminds me so much of the UK girls. Maybe again, it's that like bougie stigma that I have in my head that they just use bougie products. And to me, NARS is definitely one of those brands that just feels extra bougie to me. This is definitely a fuller coverage concealer for sure. I was gonna take the lighter shade, but when I did my makeup with Sienna, the way that she did her under eyes, like they weren't super light and it looked so good. I always wash my sponges. Yes, you can wash your sponges. You don't have to throw them away after however many uses. You can wash them. I just use Dial antibacterial bar soap, and I get it damp like I normally do, like I'm about to use it, and then I rub it literally all corners, all sides, everything, and get that soap in there. And then I just kind of like massage it gently with my fingers, rinse it out, and it's, not kidding, brand new. Try that out if you guys haven't tried it. It's amazing. I am so scared. Look at it. OMG. Oh, okay, it's coming out. That was getting scary. I saw this video of this girl using it and it exploded all over her. I remember when I first got them, I actually have a full review of these blushes, like a standalone review of these blushes on my YouTube channel. I did it like, oh my gosh, like 2.5-ish years ago. And I was shocked that they were not as pigmented as I thought they were gonna be, especially, girl, coming from P. Louise. I was just expecting the pigment to be insane, but these are definitely more of like a liquid formula. This is Cotton Candy from Huda Beauty. Love this shade. This was actually like their original baby pink shade. I just feel like I wanted a little bit more pop, especially because I'm so tan right now. Now that our creams have been sitting on our face for a few minutes, I like to let them sit down for a second before I go in with powder, just so I'm not setting like completely wet concealer under my eyes. This is Huda Beauty Sugar Cookie. I talk about it all the time, but if you want to look like a filter, if you want your under eyes to last all day long and just honestly look like you have the smooth tool all over your face, this powder, she has so many different shades, peach, pink. Okay, and obviously when I go super glam, I am going to carve out right below where that bronzer is. So now I'm just taking a bigger puff because it'll get done faster and it's just like a bigger area of my face. And yes, I know this seems crazy. We're gonna take like a big fluffy brush like this, and in the net specifically, I like going in the net whenever I'm setting my bronzer area and the blush, because I feel like it applies less product and it's not gonna look as muddy. For bronzer, I feel like they do go a little bronzer heavy, so I'm taking my Beauty Bakery Lemon Bar palette and I'm taking this bronzer shade right at the top. It is very orange and I do think it's gonna be very pigmented. I used to use it a lot and I cannot remember. Yeah, very pigmented. Okay, so this is gonna be like my matte base. Now I'm gonna take my MAC Give Me Sun. This definitely has an orange tint. I need to go get Dark Deep. I actually have it in my bag, my Ulta cart, because I need to do another Ulta shop with me. Can you believe it's almost been, actually, I think it's been over a month since I've been to Ulta or did an Ulta shop with me, which is very unlike me. I'm always there. Now I'm going to take the same bronzer and we are going to connect our eyeshadow with the bronzer at the rest of our face, just so everything is connected. You know, especially when you do your eyes first, you want to make sure that everything is one with each other. So don't be scared. Yes, we have that shimmer on. Don't be scared to really get in there and blend. I just realized that we have not taken this bake off and it's been sitting there for way too long. So I'm kind of scared it's going to be sitting there like a line. Ooh. So I'm just taking a brush with no powder on it. I typically don't bake under there, but I just thought it would be fun for the vid. And now it looks like I have a straight line. So by taking not too much from Patrick Ta, and we are definitely going to build something else on top of this, but I kind of just want to keep that nude. I feel like this, the more you build it up, kind of looks like MAC Gingerly. It's more on like the tan nude side rather than like pink or bubblegum coquette. You know what I mean? So I feel like I just kind of want to keep that, and it also ties in with the bronzer. To really brighten up the under eye, we're taking MAC Studio Fix. This is the shade NC15. This is a foundation powder. You guys are going to see how much brightness and coverage this delivers. It's insane. Very, very long wearing. This is just how I imagine the girls do their under eyes to get that like snatched G7X picture with like the really bright under eyes. You have to put the makeup on. That is the consensus of today's video. Keep putting it on. The powders, pack them on. Setting spray, layer it. And then to really, you guys should see like the mess that I have made down here. It's absolutely insane. My Charlotte Tilbury medium 2 shade. So there actually is one a bit lighter, but I just want something that's a bit more skin tone. And I'm going to use this to kind of blend in my T-zone and that under eye powder. Also with the blush and my forehead. This is also going to help keep your face so smooth and so matte throughout the day. Right? Okay, so we're gonna take the same setting spray, the Scandinavia Bridal Setting Spray. Honestly, I feel like that added a pretty good glow. Let's add a second layer. I think it's gonna give us enough, and then we can really add like with like the highlight and the blush, more of the glow. Okay, let's look up close. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this definitely looks more melted. And just so you guys know, this is the bridal version. They have a lot of different versions. This specific one is the bridal, so it's not too matte, but it's also not too glowy to the point where you're gonna look like juicy. You know, we just put all those powders on. I'll be pissed. I'll be damned if I have glow back on my face after that. So I'm gonna bring back some of that blush. I wanna use one of these Essence blush toppers. You guys know I always use this shade, which is Pink Flush. This is like a blush topper. They're so beautiful. They remind me so much of like an Hourglass formula, but I think I'm gonna go in with the shade, which is Shimmery Rose. This is gonna add that like glassy glow that you see in all of the baddie pictures. This is not a joke. Look how many lip liners I have just in my vanity, and this isn't even all of them. Like I have more that I could pull out right now. You get what I'm saying? You get what I am saying. I am just obsessed. I love lip liners. I love lip combos. And you'll never be able to stop me. I tried to keep like all my other makeup products in here, which is like my walk-in closet. And I have all of my like relics and new stuff and PR and all that good stuff. But here is just like, I try to limit myself to strictly products that I use every day. But the problem is, yesterday, when I was going through all my old makeup products, because I was getting excited for this video, that I started pulling out products and putting them in here. Because I'm like, ooh, I haven't used that in a while. I want to use that. I noticed that a lot of the girlies like to reinforce their beauty marks, which I also like to do too. So I have one right here. I don't know if you can see. So, and if you have any raised pimples or anything on your face, go ahead and take a brown liquid liner like this and reinforce it. And we're just going to act like it's a beauty mark. Who is going to tell you it's not? Honestly, probably a man. You have something on your face. I did on purpose. I rarely do this, but I think I'm gonna try to take some pictures on the G7X after this, because a lot of my inspo pictures were from a G7X, I can just tell. So I'm just gonna run a little bit, I'm talking a taints, whatever is left on this brush right here, right under my lower lash line, just to kind of connect the blush with everything going on up here. So good in photos. Again, it's such like a small detail, but you can tell once you're finished with the makeup, you can tell that it's there. But I'm gonna take this white shade this time instead of the peachy shade. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh. Okay, we have so many different lip combos to try. I have a few from Glamlight, and I feel like Glamlight's lip combos are super, not aggressive, but like the lip line's really dark and the lipstick is really light. So look how beautiful this is. I feel like Glamlight is not for everybody, but it's for me, girl. First of all, packaging on this is so cute. Cute as a button. I need to smell it. I can't even describe it. It's like cream cheese frosting. I'm obsessed. Okay. You see what I mean? Very dramatic, very UK. This one was iconic. I just did some swatcheroos because I'm trying to find the perfect combo. This is the Twinkie combo. This is Makeup by Mario Flesh Pot Doll Beauty. I think we're gonna try the Twinkie one just for fun. But this is what the lipstick looks like. Super nude. Like, it literally looks like it could be a concealer under my eyes. Okay. Like tiny, tiny. This smells the strongest. Little sparkles in it. Ooh, that feels good. Okay, we're gonna take a Spice Chai from Makeup by Mario. And then we're gonna take Flesh Pot from MAC and use this as like our lighter shade. And add this Glamlight gloss because it's super baby pink. That is concealer lips. Wow, so beautiful. Not only does it look beautiful, it feels like it is going to last all night long. I'm not kidding, up until tomorrow. I do not recommend sleeping in your makeup, but I'm just saying, I feel that. Like, it feels like I'm wearing makeup for the first time in forever. I got so sucked into like the clean girl, no makeup look. Also look like I'm balding right here. It's fine. It's just because I have very fine hair. But look at this. Are you kidding me? This looks so gorgeous, especially my forehead. I was so used to not setting my forehead. Look at my eyes, the eyeshadow, the lip combo, the blush, everything about this look right now, I am feeling up here. Okay, girls, the AC is probably kicking right now. It is so loud. I don't know why it's so loud right now, but I did end up changing my lip combo a little bit. I am just so not used to like lighter lip combos. You guys have to let me know if this looks good on me, but I did add a little bit of my Morphe Girl Talk lip liner, just add a bit more pink because I just felt like it was looking a little too warm for my liking. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was so fun for me to film and actually put that makeup on. I have been just obsessed, like re-obsessed with makeup again. I really know it was a long video, but I love these videos. I hope they're therapeutic for you guys. I always get DMs and comments saying how I've helped you and you guys are like exploring your more girly side, and that just makes me so happy. That is literally what I'm here for. And I also feel like I have found my purpose here through YouTube. I've always done makeup content, but I feel like I've really found my purpose of sharing my like extra girly side with you, and you guys have literally watched me grow. Like literally, I'm 26, so I feel like I'm still, you know, I'm always me at the end of the day, but I still feel like I'm still finding like my true form, and you guys have literally watched me like get to the point where I am today. So that is just so cool. We just hit 80,000 subscribers too, so thank you guys so much. Cannot believe it, and I really do think that we're gonna hit 100,000 by the end of this year, which is absolutely mind-blowing. Like, it's actually insane. I love you guys. Make sure you do something for you today. Do something girly. Hopefully you did your makeup with me or just hung out, relaxed a little. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.